I've had some requests to go over the pronunciation of various contractions. So let's start with the to be contractions, as in I am, you are, we are. First, I'm. It's one syllable, the I as in bidiphthong and the M consonant sound. I'm here. I'm here. You are, you're. Begins with the Y consonant sound, then the schwa, and finally the R consonant sound. You're. You're. You're here. You're welcome. He's, she's, and it's. Now the apostrophe S for the word is in these three contractions is pronounced as a Z sound for he and she, and as an S sound for its. He's, Z sound, she's, Z sound, it's, S sound. The apostrophe S in he's, she's, and its can also be shortening the word has, not just is. He has, he's been here before. She has, she's been here before. It has, it's been here for a while. Were. Begins with the W consonant sound. It then has the schwa R sound combination, just like the as in her vowel sound, w, w, So even though it would be written with two different symbol sounds, it's just the one sound. Were. We're coming. There. Pronounced just like these two words, there. The voiced TH sound, the as in bed, the, the schwa R sound, finishing off the word. There. They're here. Question words are often part of contractions as well. For example, how is, how's. The S is pronounced as a Z sound, how's. How's it going? Wise, wise. Again, it's pronounced like a Z sound. It's pronounced just like this word, wise. Wise. Why is it there? What is, what's. So the apostrophe S is pronounced as an S. What's. Now make sure you get the T for what in there. It's a stop. What's. Not just an S sound. What. So do move the tongue up to the roof of the mouth to make that stop for the T. What's. What's it doing there? The apostrophe S can also mean the word does. What does, what's. What's it mean? When. When is becomes when's, z. Here the apostrophe S is pronounced as a Z. When's. When is. When's it over? The apostrophe S can also mean does. When does. When's, again pronounced as a Z. When's it end? When does it end? When's it end? The have contractions. These are written as apostrophe V-E, and when the word before ends in a vowel or diphthong sound, it simply adds the V consonant sound to the end of that syllable. I have, I've been waiting. You have, you've. Again, the word you pronounced just the same, only with a V sound at the end. You've. The Y consonant sound, oo as in boo vowel, and the V consonant sound. You've been waiting. We have, we've. The W consonant sound, the E as in she vowel, and the V consonant. It's pronounced just like this word, we've. We've been waiting. They have, they've. The voiced TH sound, The A as in say, diphthong, they, v, and the V sound, they've. They've been waiting. The next set of words with the have contraction all end in a consonant. So rather than just adding a V sound, it actually adds another unaccented syllable, the schwa sound followed by the V sound. For example, could, have, could've, of. Separate extra syllable at the end, could've. I wish I could have seen it. Should, have, should've, of. I should have known. Would, have, would've. Again, it's the first syllable, would've, that is stressed, and d've is short and low in pitch and volume. Would've. It would have been nice. Might, have. Now the T here is going to be pronounced as a flap T, so it'll actually sound like a D. Might've, d've, might've. I might have gone. The will contractions. All of these contractions have a dark L that is added at the end. I've said before, the dark L has a vowel-like sound that's not written in IPA, before the tongue moves up into the final position. So let's take example, I, I'll, ol, that dark L sound on the end. I will, I'll be there soon. You will, you'll, ol, dark L at the end, you'll need to come quickly. With the he will and she will contractions, the E vowel might relax a little bit into the I as in sit vowel. He will, he'll be here soon. She will, she'll becomes more with the I sound, she'll be here soon. It will, it'll. Notice the T is pronounced here as a flap T, the D sound. It'll be okay. With the we will contraction, you might find again that the E as in she vowel relaxes into the I as in sit vowel. We will. It sounds a lot like the word will. We'll be there tomorrow. They will, they'll. The TH, th, voiced sound, A as in say diphthong, and the dark L sound, ol, they'll. They'll be here soon. How will becomes how, which sounds just like this word, how. How will you get there? Where will becomes where'll. Where'll you be? When will, when'll. When'll I see you again? What will? Again, the T here will be pronounced as a D. It's flapped. What'll. And you'll notice the contraction adds a second unaccented syllable. What'll it be? The words had and would can both be represented by the apostrophe D. In the word I'd, it's simply a D sound at the end of the I as in by diphthong. I'd go if I could. You would, or you had. You'd, the Y consonant sound, the oo as in boo, and the D sound. You'd, all one syllable. You'd like it. She had or would, and he had or would. Again, the apostrophe D simply adds the D sound at the end of the syllable. She'd, he'd. She'd been there before. He'd been there before. It. Now when you add the apostrophe D here, it'd. You change the T to a D sound, and the apostrophe D adds a syllable. It's going to be the schwa and the D sound. Itted, itted. So that's the I as in sit sound. I, did, did. The D, schwa, D sound. Itted, itted. It'd be nice. The apostrophe D with the word we, again, is just simply the D sound at the end of that word, not adding a syllable. Weed, weed. It's pronounced just like this word, weed. We'd better get going. The D with they, again, simply adds the D sound. They'd, they'd. They'd seen it twice before. The apostrophe D on the word how, again, just adds the D sound. How'd, how'd, how'd. How'd it go? The apostrophe D can also represent the word did, as in the following two examples. Again, with the word where, when you add the apostrophe D, you simply add the D sound at the end. Where'd, where'd. Where'd it go? Why did, wide, wide. Again, just adds a D sound, and it's pronounced just like this word, wide, wide. Why'd you do it?